Hi everyone, welcome back to Fureraba episode 4, and in a sense we have a very crazy class. So first, the Yuzuyu girl who gets upset over everything, yells at people, and it's because of her bad temper. We also have Momo, the smart boy who is so obsessed with reptiles that he freaks everyone out, and he'll literally try to push you into becoming interested in reptiles. And then we have Genki. Well, I'm not really sure what to say of him, but he does remind me of Matsuya and Motohama from High School DD. And finally, we have our main character, Kyousuke, who he thinks too much, and when he thinks too much about trying to get a girl, he makes mistakes, and they get seen as negative from the other people. But thankfully, we have a teacher who... So he really cares about students' life choices and their life lessons, and it's like, well, it's better than the education system that the Ministry of Education is trying to make me teach. But we'll see how it goes from here. So I think this is the teacher, so Masayoshi. Alright kiddos, I got some stuff to hand out to you. And as mentioned in the last episode, it's like, well, most of the classes here are you decide. And I wonder how many classes are required versus how many electives. But I think it's all electives. Because like it's a student choice based school, and this is what makes it really popular compared to the other schools where they force you to take this strict set of curriculums. Okay, so Kyousuke's like, so what classes are available this year? So club and team introduction's over, we're all back in the classroom. And like just announced, the papers are given out front to back, and then everyone takes their mechanical pencils and starts to select their classes while pondering what they want to take. And I wonder if it's the Scrantron. Home ec? Home ec? Genki, my friend, you want me to sew at this point in my life? Dude, I would take more PE and practical chemistry classes over that any day. That shit's like stabbing my finger with needles. Well, there's no point of taking the class if you're really bad at it. It's like, well, I don't care about the lessons, it sucks, it's hard, but at least I get girls next to me. I see what you mean now. And, okay, so the other guys, they're gonna take home ec as their first choice. Wow. But with that many people wanting to take it, there'll have to be a draw, or they'll have to draw names to decide who gets in. So it becomes a lottery pick. Well, I feel like I enjoy that even if I was the only dude in there. Okay, I'll do that. Wow, that's crazy. So heading to or heeding to Genki's advice, I proceed to build a schedule solely around getting home ec. Man, this schedule gets okay, my school week will be heaven. Hey, Mr. Pervert! Hey, Genki, she's calling you. No, I'm pretty sure Yuzuyu's calling Kyousuke. There you go. Why, yes, of course. May I help you, madam? And I wonder why she's so curious about Kyousuke's schedule. What? Is this some kind of joke? I thought you didn't give a care in the world about me. Well, I don't really know what she's thinking of. Because I'm pretty sure she's going to tell him, I'm just making sure that we're not in the same class. But anyways, I go, well, just let me see it. Okay. She'll probably get even fussier if I don't show her, so I decided to give in and show her. But what's up with this? Why is she interested in my schedule? So, math. Hey, hold it! So for whatever reason, she's rerun my entire schedule just like that. Hey, don't want me, that's my schedule. What are you changing it? Or why are you changing it? Well, I'm pretty sure at this point, Kyousuke can take his schedule back. Hey, okay, so he takes his schedule back from Yuzuyu, and Yuzuyu is upset. So in the interest of fairness, I snatched her schedule as well. Let's see. So other than the mandatory subjects, so there are some subjects that you have to take. It's like, well, you have to have this in your schedule somewhere. What's this? PE Home Economics Crafting? Well, you should take a class or two that requires thinking. So she kind of feels that it's weird that, well, you're taking home ec even though you're a guy. That's right. Okay, blow his cover off. Exasperation washes over her. Oh well, since I'm so wise and almighty, I'll change her schedule to include more regular stuff that will help her in the future. More history, more Japanese. Okay, so yeah. Well, some math, and then modern society history, some more math. There you go. So, it's not good for you to take PE, so I'll take it off the list. I'll just put more math instead. Oh, we can do that. I'll make sure not to include PE anywhere in your schedule. So what do you want PE for? Learn to be more strong at fighting against other people? Oh, you die. That poor girl. Apparently my seat neighbor has been burdened with a body that will die unless she has a couple PE classes throughout the week. Well look, don't be such a Debbie Downer. Biology is tons of fun. You get to look into a microscope and stuff. Really? And you'll find me in there as well. Okay, I don't think we need to hear that from Momo. And I'm pretty sure Yuzuyu does not want to hear any more things about lizards or reptiles, because she's all freaked out, all crazed out by Momo. And I don't think Momo understands. But man, Hiragi, it feels like you have a ton of people on your don't like list. And teaching her anymore would just get her mad for real, so I returned the paper to her. Is she basically grouchy just every walking hour of the day? I mean, back when she did the club introduction, she was pretty much like that as well. So you're still upset about what happened back then? You know, at the park when And what about Pom Pom the dog? And one thing that Kyousuke can do right is to call the dog by her actual name and not Pom Pom. Well, I guess Hiragi's the type that responds to jokes explosively. But yeah, like the way she bursts out yelling at everything I say only makes me want to tease her a bit more.
こうやって見ると案外仲良く見えるわよ、二人とも。うっさい、あんたは黙ってて。
But then again, why would you be so interested in knowing more about Kyousuke and his class schedule?
はいはい。私もなんとかしてイーラギさんと仲良くなりたいわ。
Okay. I hear you can catch her attention if you mention Pom Pom. Uh-oh.
え、褒めたの？
Wait. So what do you mean? Say Pom Pom for what?
ねえねえ、褒め太郎って何？
シャルロットだって言ってるだろ。
So once again, the dog is Charlotte, not Pom Pom. A short while later, I once again added filling in the classes I wanted to take. And both me and Hiragi aren't the type to enjoy classes that mainly involve note-taking, so naturally ours is filled up with the more practical classes where you're moving around and being active. So we can have chem together, third period on Thursday.
あんたがどきなさいよ。
I think that's the only time chemistry is offered. Oh heck no, experimenting mixing chemicals is the bee's knees. And we get into another argument.
あんたバカそうだから原告とか取って教養を身につけなさいよ、教養を。
Actually, you should take that to get some refinement and common sense. Well, I'm pretty sure modern Japanese won't teach you that. They will teach you how to read really complicated literature, books, and learn about the language itself.
はあ？あんたに常識とか言われたくないんだけど。二人とも。
Okay, so Himari's trying to pop in. It's like she's trying to talk, but it's really hard to get through between the argument from Yuzuyu and Kyousuke. Oh, yes? So now he notices Himari. Oh, sorry, finished? It's time to collect the papers. So Himari's standing in front of us holding the stack of papers she's collected thus far. So apparently we're the only two that haven't turned ours in. And we have a teacher that is misunderstanding what's going on. He's misinterpreting the situation. And if you yell like that, it kind of makes it sound suspicious. So the classroom just bursts into laughter. So it looks like she comes off a bit more approachable to others when she shows her feelings like directly like this, instead of just acting spitefully. So can you turn in your papers? Oh right, I'm sorry. Okay, so I double check one last time that I put my name on it and then pass it to Himari. So is there anything wrong? So I wonder if Himari notices something special about the classes that Kyousuke picked. She then scurries back over to Justice. And while she goes back to the teacher, Tomomi's like, oh, the main Square and concert DVD. Even though we're in the same class, I can still feel a thick wall between Himari and me. Well, I don't think she hates me or anything, but I don't know, or for some reason, my words always get caught in my throat when we come face to face with each other. Yeah, I guess I don't know what I talk about with her.
なになにため息なんてついちゃって恋煩い
So is she talking to Yuzuyu or Kyousuke about Himari?
は似合わなすぎ
Say what you will.
それじゃあ今から帰りのホームルームを始める
Well, my mind's in another world, so his words don't reach my ears. I was a tad bit happy that we ended up in the same class again, like old time's sake, but was that just me? I tried following her with my eyes, but Himari never did look back at me. Okay, I'm gonna head on home then.
はいよまた電話をするからよろしく
Oh, so it's nighttime. Wow. So what did Kyousuke do? Oh, so he went to work. So after getting off work, I arrived at our apartment, bringing with me a pleasant amount of exhaustion weighing on my body. I was helping set up this venue by the station where they were going to be holding an outdoor concert tomorrow. And my selling point is my instant availability, basically being able to rush over after just one call, and I'm always getting a pretty good pay considering it's day labor. I'm home, Mom.
おかえりなさいあな
So wait, what's going on? Ooh!
元気にしてた未来の我が息子よ
So wait, is that his mom or
ちょっとお母さん
So wait, Himari's family's here. Wow. Wait, what is Himari doing here?
あらいいじゃないどうせあなたたち学校卒業したらすぐ結婚するでしょ
So I do like how, like in stories like this, you have the mothers that are so supportive, like, oh, I'm so happy to see my daughter get married to you, and I can't wait to see my grandkids.
だからなんですぐそういう方向に話を持っていこうとするわけあなたたちがもたもたしてるからじゃない
Well, it seems like you two are too cold, so that's why we need to bring you together. I can hardly respond to that, given my complete and utter confusion with the current situation. But actually, wait, what time is it? Is Himari seriously over at my place at this late an hour?
おかえり夕飯できてるわよあんたも早くシャワー浴びてここ座りなさい
Okay, so go in the shower and then come down afterwards, okay? And there's my mom with 2 open wine bottles. Ah, God almighty, Mom, it's only 7 p.m. and you're already drunk. Are you an alcoholic, for Christ's sake?
ごめんね急にお邪魔しちゃってすぐお母さん連れて帰るから
Okay, so we'll just go home. I'm sorry, my mom's just crazy and no,
なーに帰ってきてそうそう私たち追い出す算段
Hey, don't be a party pooper. It's like a
今日はあなたたち2人が数年ぶりに同じクラスになったお祝いも兼ねてるんだからね
really that's a celebration.
だから別にそんなことでお祝いする必要ないってば
はいはいひまりちゃんも観念してさっさと席ついて
So it's really hard to work around when you have 2 moms that are so supportive of them being a couple.
ごめんなさい
You don't have to apologize to me. It's not your fault. Well, the situation has already come to what it is. I can't prevent it now. Heck, my mind's still in absolute chaos. But I go and take a quick shower to wash off my sweat regardless and sit down at the lively table.
それじゃあ主役も揃ったことだし
Okay, so after a shower, they're eating and...
改めまして乾杯
Oh, cheers!
乾杯
And let's see if Kyousuke joins in. Okay, so he's the pooper now. Okay, so Himari and I clean our glasses filled with freshly pressed 100% orange juice. Well, basically, it'd be a whole host of problems if we were to go along with the mood and get drunk as well. Plus, neither of us has really gotten our taste buds used to wine naturally.
それで2人とも今日は学校どうだったの？
So how was school? Well, it was okay, I guess. And a so-so response from Himari as well. So I toss a quick glance towards Himari and see that she's feeling totally out of place. Her eyes are glued to the floor. Well, school already remind me of such, but we couldn't just return to how we were in the past with the flick of a switch.
普通って何？もっと教室のど真ん中で抱き合ったり、再会の涙で頬を濡らしたりとかいろいろあるでしょ？
I think Himari's mom is asking for too much. Like, I want to see tears. I want to see. Oh, I haven't seen you in a long time. That kind of talk. Hey, nothing even remotely close to that happened. Oh, like good God, that ended up on the most embarrassing moments of my life. If I were to do something as out of place and dramatic as that, I doubt my future in the class would be bright.
他にもクラスメイトたちの目を盗んで掃除ロッカーの横でキスした。
Oh, come on.
授業中こっそりお互いにメールをし合ってにんまりとか。
So I wonder why the moms are thinking about all this stuff. Like, oh, they're doing.
どうなのよ。少しは私たちにも進展状況を教えなさいって。
I should have secretly on a date.
進展って言われても、私たちそういう関係じゃないって昔から言ってるでしょ。またこの子はなんで連れないのかしら。
Oh, that's. Oh, you're making me sad.
ちょっと前までは夜な夜な彼の写真を見つめて己の体を慰める日々をずっと続けてたってのに。
But I see that as a kid you were always dreaming of him, so don't hide yourself.
それ本当？
Wait, was that true or not?
嘘です。こんなところでそんな悪質な冗談言わないでよ。はいはい。でもあんたね、今の時期逆にそれくらい男の子に興味持ってもらわないと親としては不安なんだけど。
So either way, Himari loses. Like, well, if you're not interested in the guy, then it kind of makes you worried because I don't feel like you'll be able to progress in life.
だから別に興味ないわけじゃん。
And at that, she embarrassedly averts her gaze. And that's surprising. If I go off what Yoko-san just said, that would mean Himari doesn't have a boyfriend right now. Well, that's true.
マリちゃん、別にそんなに照れなくても大丈夫よ。あいつなんて逆に異性に興味ありすぎて部屋の中は丸まったティッシュでいっぱいだから。
The fact that he's gonna cry, he's gonna have nosebleeds, that's such. Hey, stop it! Well, guys at my age are very sensitive, okay?
やっぱり絶対こうなると思った。
And Himari kind of predicted that it was gonna be all this crazy talk from the parents.
なに？何か私に文句でもあるのかしら？別に。
So Himari then goes into sulking. Well, I can understand how she's feeling. Well, practically, ever since we've known each other, our moms would always talk about us when they got together, going through the trouble of responding to the things they say. It's just a waste of time, really.
ひまり？あなた昔はもうちょっと素直じゃなかった？今からそんなんじゃすぐに愛想つかされて終わりになっちゃうわよ。
So like, well, if you act like this to Kyousuke, he's gonna walk away from you, and you'll lose him for good.
終わりも何もまだ始まってすらいないんですけど。
So Himari's starting to snap.
おばさん、 のぶり大根超美味しいですね。
So now she's trying to divert the conversation. It's like oh, by the way, this tastes good.
気に入ってもらえて嬉しいわ。
So I think Himari's like well, I'm just gonna hurry up and so that we can go home and forget about all this ridiculous conversation.
ほら、あんたもずっと黙ってないで何か言いなさいよ。
Hey, come on. It's all her talking. Why don't you say something as well? And he copies her.
いや、そういうことじゃなくて。
No. I mean about Himari. Well, partly because of work, I worked up a hefty appetite. I'm hungry. I'm tired from work. And leaving our moms to their own devices, we wolfed down the dishes before us together. Mom, more miso soup?
色気ゼロね。
What? It's like you're being too cold.
二人ともそんなにお腹空いてたの？
Well, enough to get a bear.
成長期だからね。その割に誰かさんの胸はあまり成長した様子がないのよね。
Okay. So I think it's like you're too much like a child.
お母さん。あらこの子ったら運転が低くて嫌になっちゃうわ。
And I don't think that mom minds. Like you know, you're still like a little girl. You're small, and your body looks small. So
大丈夫よ、ひまりちゃん。私だって昔は人より成長が遅い方だったけど、大学入る頃にいきなり大きくなったから。
wait. So they're trying to say some nice words to calm her down.
そう、それです。多分私はそっちのタイプだと思います。
This is the most awkward conversation a guy can be a part of. Silly dirty jokes and topics are no problem, but when it comes to strangely realistic things of this nature, naturally it's hard for me to join the conversation. And I think at this point it's like, well, it's better. Thank you very much. I'm just gonna put my dishes in the sink and be off. It's the same thing Mochizuki always does to me at school, and I always get this queer feeling when it happens. I guess that's how it is when you're a guy.
女性の価値は胸の大きさだけじゃないもん。この間レコード大賞取った新人歌手の女の子も言ってたし。
そうね。
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what you say.
でも大丈夫よ。うちの息子は胸だけで女性の魅力を判断しないから。
Oh, but don't worry. I think he'll like you even when you're flat.
ね、そうで
Yeah,
しょ。
right. Well, that's true. Well, if you want to hear the opinion of a guy, then I'd say there are countless things that are much more important than breast size. Just like Rito and To Love Ru.
そうそう。内面とか、その子の人となりの方が重要よね。
There's that one episode in To Love Ru where Haruna thinks that I'm too small compared to someone like Lala. And then they went through like some experiment with Nana and Oshizu, and of course it fails, but then Haruna remembers what Rito said. It's the inside that matters more. So Kyusuke's like, okay, absolutely.
とか言いつつ、あんたの場合性癖が幅広いってだけで胸への関心はしっかりあるけどね。
The look I'm getting is not so nice. What the hell, Mom? Why you do me in like this? Hey, we guys are all simple, myself included. Be it cute or not, ultimately it comes down to that, both in terms of personality and looks.
まあ、そうよね。だから女はいつまでも綺麗でいたいって思うわけだし。
Well, that's true. But personality counts more than looks, though. So if a girl has an irredeemable personality, you'll get tired of her even if she's the most attractive girl on the planet.
ねえねえ、それじゃあ肝心なこと聞くけど。
So I wonder if So Himari's mom is going to ask another question that's going to throw Kyousuke off.
真面目な話。どう？うちのひまり。
Okay, so how is my little girl Himari?
私から見ても最近は少しは大人っぽくなったと思うんだけど。ちょっとお母さん。いいじゃないこれくらい聞いたって。
Oh, it's okay. I want to hear what he says.
ね
So it's really hard for him to answer this question in front of a lot of people, including Himari.
ほら、なんとか言ってあげたら。
So I wonder how he's going to respond, given all the pressure, pushing him to say, "Oh, she looks cute, she's beautiful," and then that's going to lead to all the other things. And with that, I find 3 pairs of eyes focusing on me. So if he says something bad, it's going to make Himari upset. If he says something good, it's going to excite the moms. Like, oh, so that means you can marry her someday. And come on, this is not just fair. Or this is just not fair. So yeah. There you go. So like, if I do praise Himari, it's going to lead to more teasing. Well, I admit she does look fairly pretty now. I mean, after all, you've been putting in the effort on that front, right?
まあ人並みには。
So they both avert our eyes and a momentary silence ensues. Could have seen that coming. The thing is, we haven't even managed to have a conversation at school before, and now we're basically being forced to talk to each other like this.
二人とも喧嘩でもしてるの？
So now I was like, so you had a fight? No, it's nothing like that.
ならいいんだけど。
So with that, Himari's mom starts to pour something new into her glass. So was our question prompted by us acting distant or something like that? So we continued to eat in silence, leaving our mothers to their own devices. Well, we used to be able to chat with each other easily and openly back when we were kids, but that's definitely not the case anymore. So I really missed that time. So you were 2 kids, you're talking to each other, you were showing each other cool things, and now they've grown up, you've been all silent, and it feels like you 2 are strangers. It was a night where I immediately realized the fact. Okay, so it's after dinner, and Himari's apologizing. I'm just sorry. It's just that my mom did all this. Well, that's okay. You don't have to apologize. I mean, my mom had her share of fun as well. So it's past 9 p.m. Our 2 moms just kept drinking and drinking with no end in sight, so my mom went ahead and told me to go take Himari home. And hopefully, the mom is all sober by the time he gets home. But man, it's so damn awkward. Well, she's been pretty quiet throughout, so I imagine she feels just the same. It's hard to believe now, but once upon a time, we used to play with each other literally every day. And she could always be pretty stubborn about the strangest of things, so we did not get into surprisingly huge fights at times. But both of us were only children, so in our free time, we only had each other to play with. We used to be neighbors, but a few years back, we moved into the apartments we're currently living in. And that led us ending up in different school districts and consequently different schools. And And after that, we just naturally stopped talking and hanging out. And now we're in the same class and all. I hope we can be friends again. And that separation was what had given rise to the current awkward relationship we had. Well, since we unfortunately know just about everything from each other's past, there's no way to feign anything. Which leads to my mind spinning in circles as I have no idea what to talk about. Well, I know your mom still comes over every now and then to hang out with me, but... For you, that was your first time at our apartment, right? So that was the place. So I think he's asking, so how was our place? You haven't seen it before. She paused the question for a while. So it's a high rise, yes. And take the elevator, probably. And I don't think she's comfortable with high places. Well, you know, the 8th floor is already pretty high. Yeah, well, it wasn't easy for me to get used to it either at first. So we continue onwards with our weird little conversation. And we talked about stuff like tomorrow's weather or a supermarket that was open just recently. Well, to be honest, I doubt anything from this conversation would stick in my head right now, regardless of what it was we talked about, unless it was something seriously important. So, like back last year in summer, the girl Genki had a crush on. Yeah, he's just as eager to find a girlfriend this year as me. So we reached the street where Adele Bridge, the symbol of our town, is in its most visible form. So it's said that it's supposed to look really colorful at night. So from here on out, it's only a short walk until the main square by the station. So the lights on this bridge, which is apparently named after the French actress, are simply gorgeous at this time of the day. It captures your eyes. So yeah, if you see the bridge, it looks quite interesting, spectacular. We do see some color lights, but even that silver metal color, it gives out a pretty nice color. And I like how you have like houses along the river banks. And Himari notices, so you've changed a lot. Huh? You're so different to how you were in school. I'm pretty sure it's because of Genki and Momo and the teacher. And Yuzuyu, definitely. Really? You sure you're not just imagining things? So she then grabs a handrail and stares out to the ocean. So it's like, well, when we're alone, it kind of feels like the old times when we were together. I know, I'm kind of hyper and stuff at school. Do I come off as annoying? Well, you're kind of strange in a sense, I guess. Well, people change as time goes on. And even supposing this is a short period of few years, that still holds true. And all it takes is a different environment or a simple change in perspective, and anyone will begin to change slowly but surely. So yeah, it's like maybe because of more friends, Genki, Momo. Well, right now just having fun and goofing off in class is a ton more fun than classes, at least I think so, but I'm positive Genki and Mochizuki feel the way as well. Oh, so Rin and Mochizuki is also kind of changing his attitude a little bit.
そっか。
I could care less about studying and learning. I wonder whether I'll be able to stay like this or still say that a year from now. So I do think about what to do after graduating, much like anyone else, but sometimes when I'm just messing around, having fun, I stop really caring about school and all that. Well, enough about me. Well, you know, in return I feel that you changed a lot as well, Himari. You feel like a totally different person. Really?
そうかな。
Well, I kind of do. It's kind of hard to find out the right ways to describe it. But, well, I really do think you're pretty now.
そう。
I think Himari's afraid to hear that from Kyousuke,
ありがとう。
but he's happy to hear it. I wasn't trying to impress her or anything, so I don't think it hurts to say something like that. I mean, fact is a lot of guys are into her, and that should be proof enough that she is pretty. And Genki isn't alone in that regard. Just pondering the idea, I could really see myself developing something for her.
今日学校で彼女が欲しいって大声で言ってたよね。
Oh, so I want to know about what you meant when you mentioned that big statement yesterday, and the teacher took it in. Yeah, well, see, I've just about had it with life around without a girlfriend.
そのことなんだけど、本当に今彼女いないの？
So you don't have a girlfriend, right? Wait, why do you ask? Well, I think it's kind of obvious, because you wouldn't make that statement if you did have a girlfriend. So my desperation should be proof enough that I don't have one. Well, even people that don't even know anything about me could understand it easily. That's true. If I said that while actually having a girlfriend, that would make me a grade A scumbag. Well, I want one so bad because I don't have one. That's true. And it gets lonely just spending Christmas time with her mom, and like next year I won't have much time with graduation, and what's next on the horizon. So I've set my mind on finding one before summer break no matter what.
それって彼女になってくれる人なら誰でもいいの？
Huh?
昨日言ってたでしょ？が好きすぎだって言われて笑われたとしても。
So apparently Himari picked up on every single detail that Kyousuke said.
自分は絶対彼女作るんだってなんかそんな感じで。
Yeah?
それって人によっては誰でもいいみたいに聞こえるから。
Well, I guess you can interpret it that way. But even if it comes across like that, it was laced with my ironclad determination to give it 110% towards getting a girlfriend. Well, naturally, I won't just settle for any fish in the area, in the sea. So my ideal scenario is confessing to a girl I know and feel passionate about. And then, well, dating her and,
好きな人できるといいね。
thanks. Well, there's no need for me to get into a hurry or anything. Well, that was my line of thinking prior to this year. And when the chance arises, when I get serious, when I meet that special someone, then I get to it. And that's how I lived my life up to now. But then,
学校楽しい？
well, definitely, it's a blast. I won't get anywhere unless I make an effort myself. If my dream girl is somewhere out there waiting for me, then I want to bet my last page of adolescence on that, and I felt that from the bottom of my heart. Okay, so this is the opening. So I'm just gonna go ahead and continue this. I usually stop at the opening, but I'll just go to where you get to pick which girl you want to be, select the divergence phase. So it's kind of interesting, given that this school, they let students decide what classes they want. And it's like, oh, well, you do have to take the required classes, your math, Japanese, history, and science. But you can decide which of those you want to take, and most of it's like, well, pick your electives, pick the ones that you like. And I'm not really sure about Japan. I know most schools, once you get into high school, they actually give you flexibility on deciding what classes to take. Like once the required classes are met, when you head into your junior and senior years, you get to decide what classes you want. But I know in Japan, I know some schools, like, they have a pretty strict and rigorous curriculum. You have to follow the same pattern for everyone from, well, up to until graduation. And I know for male students, like, you have to take lots of PE classes, but then for female students, you take half PE and half home ec. So in a sense, home ec is only for girls, and it's required for girls. Whereas for guys, they're not allowed to take it at all, and they have to take PE instead. And finally, I do like how we have this nice talk between Himari and... So we had this nice talk from Himari and Kyousuke, and I know it's kind of embarrassing that you have two parents that are hoping that the two would get married, they would be together, but obviously that's way too fast for Kyousuke and Himari. And it's like, well, we need to take baby steps, we need to start slow. But we'll see how it goes from here. And with that in mind, I'll see you in the next episode.